Students, through this, we will revise the chapter Production Function of class 11th. Production function is the relationship between input factor and output produced. It can be divided into two categories. As we know, there are two types of production function, short-run production function and long-run production function. What is the difference between them? In the short-run production functions, the input factor divided in two categories. Some are fixed factors and some are variable factor. Whereas in long-run production function, all the factors are variable. In this chapter, we will learn more about the short-run production function. As we discussed, few factors are fixed like land and capital, and few are variable like labor and raw material. If we want to increase the production, we can change only the variable factors. Law of variable proportion is related to the short-run production function. With any law, we have some assumptions. Like in this law, we assume that only one factor, that is labor, is a variable and other factors are constant. And labor is homogeneous, technology remain constant, and input prices are given. We need to understand the concept of total production, marginal production, and average production. Total production is the relationship between the number of workers and the total number of units output produced by holding other factors constant. Whereas marginal production means the production, additional production by employing one more unit of labor. Whereas average product represent the amount of output produced by each worker on an average. Now we will understand the relationship between TP, AP and MP through schedules and graphs. As we can observe from this schedule that the behavior of MP is divided into the three stages. At the first stage, MP increases. In the second stage, as we can see that MP start falling and becomes to the zero. In the third stage, MP turns into the negative. All the three stages can be very much cleared through this diagram. As we can see, in the stage 1, TP is increasing at an increasing rate, whereas MP also increases and reaches to its maximum. That point is known as the point of inflection. AP is still rising. In the second stage, we can see that TP increases but at a diminishing rate. MP starts falling and TP reaches to its maximum. At that point, MP becomes 0. In the third stage, we can see that TP starts falling. At that point, MP becomes negative. As we can see, AP is falling but never becomes negative. Here we observe the relationship between the different products between AP and MP. First point, when MP increases, AP also increases, but MP increases much faster. When MP and AP falls, MP falls much faster than the AP. At the point when MP intersect AP, at that point AP is maximum. And the relationship between TP and MP, we can see that TP increases at the increasing rate. At that point, MP also increases. When TP increases at the decreasing rate, MP decreases but remain positive. When TP is maximum, MP becomes 0, and when TP start falling, MP is negative. Relationship between MP and AP will be more clear through this diagram. As we can see here, when MP rises in the first stage, AP also rises, but MP rises much faster. As you can see the blue curve. At the second stage, MP start falling but AP is still rising, and when MP intersect AP from the above, at that point AP is maximum. After that, AP start falling and MP falls much faster than AP.